So now we're going to look at the present progressive. And the present progressive are actions being done in the present. They are the equivalent of the ing in English. I am doing, I am eating, I am learning. However, in English, sometimes we will say ing for the future, like I am going. However, in Spanish, the present progressive will always be in the present, never in the future. Some examples are yo estoy haciendo, yo estoy comiendo, o yo estoy aprendiendo el presente progresivo. So before we do this, we just have to make sure that when we're given a certain subject, some subject is the person who does the action in a sentence, we know what pronoun it is attached to. So we know that we're conjugating estar in the right way. So yo and tú are very easy. But then when we come to the third person plural, él, ella, y usted, we have to make sure we know that any name, Marta, Sara, Pedro, will require the third person plural. My dad, my mom, tu papá, tu mamá, any kind of object, la silla, el grupo, will always person singular. Then we have nosotros. And obviously if we see nosotros or nosotras, we're going to use the nosotros form. But also, if we see someone and me, Marta y yo, Sara y yo, ellos y yo, we know we're going to be saying we. So we're going to be using nosotros too. Then vosotros o vosotras, we can also see it as Marta y tú, ellos y tú. Whenever we have that y tú, we're going to use the vosotros. And then finally, ellos, ellas y ustedes can be seen in many forms. It's the third person plural. So it can be objects in plural, las mesas. It can be groups, los niños, los grupos. It can just be two or more people named by their names, Marta y Pablo, Marta, Pedro y Lola. And it can also be anyone y usted, because this makes it into ustedes. So let's always make sure we know what pronoun we're using. Then we also need to know how to conjugate estar with that pronoun. So we will use estoy, estás, están, estamos, estáis, están. And we will use it with the accents. Don't forget the accents. So how do we form the gerundio? We've got the estar part, we need the gerundio. So it's really easy. All we're going to do with AR verbs is just take away the AR and add ando. So here we have to talk, and it would turn to habl, ando, hablando. Then for ER verbs, we're going to take away the ER and add yendo. So to eat, com, yendo. Or for escribir, an IR verb, we're going to also add yendo, so it would be escrib, yendo. As you can see, it's really easy. All you have to look out for are the stem changes and irregulars. So we have, for example, E to I stem changes. Decir, pedir, servir. All of these turn their E to an I. So we see how, because it's an IR verb in every case, we're going to be adding yendo, yendo, yendo. But we're also going to be changing this E to an I. So it would be diciendo, pidiendo, sirviendo. You just have to learn which ones do the stem change. There's no way to know. Then we have O to U stem change. And finally, we have these tricky situations sometimes when once you take the ER away, or the AR or the IR, we're still left with a vowel. Because of this, sometimes when we add yendo, we'll actually have to change it into yendo. So, in the case of leer, instead of just adding yendo, we add yendo. And in the case of traer, because there's an A left, we say trayendo. And the right form is están. And then we have the verb pide, which is from pedir. And we know already here it has a stem change, so we're just going to add yendo. Pidiendo. Pasta y pizza. You see, that's the present progressive.